So hi, I'm Rahul Misra. I lead Oracle's applications business in the Lower Gulf. I've been with Oracle for over a decade now, and it's been the opportunity to run different roles. Today I'm with a dear friend, Akram, who leads technology for the Thumbay Group, and we've had the opportunity of working very closely with Thumbay, and we're here to talk about how the two of us are actually engaging to leverage technology and support business.
Akram, why don't you introduce yourself and what you're doing in the organization?
My name is Akram Thumbay. I joined Thumbay Group around 3.5 years ago. I finished my higher education, my master's in England, and then I came. Basically I started with the construction company, made it into a construction company. It was a maintenance division. And then took the IT department and then made it into an IT company. So slowly from there we went ahead and then started automating many of the stuff, making all the processes more efficient, etc.
So let's backtrack.
Yeah.
Right? So when the organization was formed as a small one and grew, and then you had a diversified business.
Yeah.
Was there ever an IT department?
There was an IT department. Yeah.
So how did that get formed? Who created that?
IT department was formed in the beginning, almost in 2002? 1998. Vignesh joined and he formed the IT department. So before he was just, basically it was just about networking and setting up computers. That was the main, there was no systems, there was no software, everything was done manual. But Vignesh brought the systems and stuff. We didn't have Oracle before. We actually created our own ERP system. We developed it to a stage that until the business could no longer sort of use it anymore. It was not actually driving the business forward. Then we moved to Oracle in 2012. Yeah, 2012 we went into Oracle.
So who got fed up first? Was it business or technology? And then they said we want a better level of technology. Where was the pain point? Was it IT? Or was it business?
It was business. So my brother actually, he was sort of, I think he wanted, no, actually it was Vignesh. Vignesh wanted Oracle to come in and he brought in Oracle. We actually looked at everything from SAP to Oracle to so many other systems. We wanted to, even though Oracle for us at that time was very expensive, I felt, yeah. But we still went ahead because we thought it would sort of like...
So what you're saying is the business had become too big?
Too big, yes.
For your homegrown system
to handle it.
Rahul, so what happens over here? I mean, typically organizations, when do they start looking at ERP in a serious way?
So Thumbay's journey on technology is no different when, with a lot of groups or any organization that evolves and transforms over a long period of time. You start small, it's all about homegrown systems. And then you evolve based on your business needs, you look at technology and you pick up the tools that will serve them best. And this journey continues, it never ends. So, we had the opportunity to engage with Thumbay in 2012. We ran the regular competitive race that he's very good at running. And in 2012, the journey started with the Thumbay Group. It was an on-premise environment at that point of time. E-Business Suite, which continues to be one of our offerings for on-premise business, was in play. And over the period, in these years, the last 7-8 years, they've taken different touch points with us. So, and slowly as they realized that the business was moving and becoming bigger, they had to scale up. And the cost of keeping up with innovation was also important, when you're running the economics in place. And at that point of time, they started looking at one of their important assets, employees. How do we create the excellence around employees? How do we look after them better? Give them a journey within the group. The group had the scalability now to look after its people, give them that opportunity to grow. So how do I assess out my talent? How do you manage? The group went regional. It opened up outside the country, and so on and so forth. So that's where the journey of cloud started.
Yeah, but I'd just like to stop you over here and come back to Akram. So when Oracle first came to you with this concept of ERP, did you have to prepare the people inside for this sort of increased level of IT automation? Was it exciting or was it actually a concern for people?
Most people were reluctant at the time. Most business heads and everything, they were very reluctant, not cooperative. But, we actually made it happen. It was not implemented properly. So when I came in, I did a full re-implementation of Oracle, but I met the Oracle development team who came down from the US, and then they sent people. They're still there in the organization, and they're looking after everything from step-by-step process. They made sure it happened. So thanks to Oracle for that.
I would just like to ask, at that time there was no cloud really, 2012 when it first
No.
started.
No, 2012 was very early
On-premise.
days. It was all about on-premise. It worked well because that's where they wanted to go up in really automating themselves. So at the first time they tasted a solution that was really scalable enough to cover the needs of the organization at that point of time. But it set the foundation for them to take the leap. When you look back, and you sometimes don't realize that you're laying the foundation and allows them to do what they're doing with us today.
Right.
Yeah. So the journey started. And
Was the hardware ready? Did you, other than the actual business application and mapping the business to the ERP, did they have a reasonably ready hardware and server platform, or did you have to actually look at that also?
As part of the overall solution, they did look at that because they were pretty much revamping their IT. So like Akram's talked about, IT was down to bare bone, desktops out there with a solution that they had built. Well, it served their purpose. It was fit for purpose for that point of time. But the business had mushroomed. It had run very well, and God bless, they're extremely growing. Yeah, well, so yeah, that point of time they had to take that look.
Fantastic. Akram, so when you really saw the top and the bottom parts of the bill,
Yeah.
what was your thought at that time? I mean, for example, you can't bring an ERP without having a robust server, So did you have to do the math on ROI? Did you have to listen?
We had to. Everything was done in 2012. 2012. Right now, the bill is much more. But
was there a conflict between the CFO and the CIO at that time?
100%.
You were the mediator, or how?
No. In 2012, I was not involved. I knew what was happening, but I was not involved. But there was a lot of reluctance from the entire business side to actually go into Oracle. But still, we went into it, and it was a good decision, I feel.
So you took who was the champion to, as you said, a good decision, make it a good decision?
It was, one was president, obviously. He made the final decision. Okay. Supporting his decision was my brother and Vignesh. So they made that decision to go into Oracle. Mainly we went to Oracle because we had other systems in play. So we developed our own HIMS, our own POS, our own university management software. So everything that needed to support these applications, we needed Oracle. Our ERP was not supporting it or it was not integrating to all together. So that's why we went to the Oracle.
Understood. And you were actually pushing for business growth in all the areas, right?
Yes.
Education, healthcare, plus trading and all that.
Yeah.
And all of them needed a pretty functional and efficient IT system.
Correct.
And yet they had to work together.
Yes.
So there was a need for a champion, right?
There was a need for
a champion to make this whole thing work. I mean,
100%.
A lot of investment, and you want a good return. And all that. So when did you finally start taking the reins?
2016, since April. Yeah.
But the job was already done by then. So what did you have to do?
So I moved the whole system into complete cloud.
I see.
So before it was basically just an SCM cloud. Now it's moving completely into cloud, and we are doing the full re-implementation of each process. So everything is being re-implemented, and is being done properly right now.
So was cloud there to reduce the cost, or cloud there to improve again?
Cloud is there for us to basically expand more. Yeah, so we can go to other international places where we don't have to set up like servers and everywhere. We don't have to spend as much, and Oracle is helping us.
So Rahul, what was the RFQ that came to you for cloud? So were they clear about the capex, opex? Were they clear about the agility, the scalability? What was it for when it came?
So when I reflect again, Thumbay, like I've talked about, is no different than some of these groups that have grown very well, and especially given their exponential growth, the president has a vision, and he's talked about his dream, and he really wants to scale up the organization in different areas that they operate in. So when the discussion started and Akram came on board, there was a discussion about saying, how do we scale up quickly? technology as an enabler should not become a limitation for me. And I am not going to spend more in resource capacity building that doesn't really add value to my business. And that's where the transition to cloud started, the HCM business discussion happened. Because that was very important for them. They were really growing, and how the hiring process, and the whole concept of, given the line of business they are in and the business they operate, it's very important for them to attract the right talent and retain it. It's very important. And they as a group are known to look after their people, because you've seen the gentlemen, the humble dwellings and the growth brings that passion and compassion together. So as part of I think that's where the seed was sown, and they've made that transition. In the past few months, they've also talked about, rather the journey is already commenced, is where they're moving the back office to cloud. So the ERP is now moving to the SaaS. So in a way, the entire enterprise is being addressed. The backbone is moving to the SaaS.
Yeah.
To the questions here, it's all about scalability. It's all about leveraging the innovation that comes to you quickly. And to his point, which was important in 2006, has become far more relevant today.
Yes.
We're not going to throw resources at doing something that does not allow us to grow and move faster. So legacy is good. It brings a lot of learning and experience.
Yeah.
But you're now, having done that, they want to move fast.
Akram, surely you didn't rely on any vendor to tell you cloud is a gospel. So you obviously did some learning, some journey, some experience you must have had.
100%. I actually did some internships. One was with Jaguar Land Rover. They were running with another system, but they could use it anywhere. That was the ease of. So that's when I learned, what is actually cloud and how you use it, and it was a fantastic experience. Then I worked with Bin Laden Construction, and that was a complete game changer when they were using how they use their systems, all the PMP programs, and they use Primavera. So Primavera is one of Oracle's. Yeah.
So cloud therefore became something to make business more efficient. Did you have this issue about business complaining about IT in the sense that not enough development, not enough, which is actually what triggers off the first cloud?
You're talking about customizations, right?
I mean, in terms of more features for business, not enough of this thing.
Mostly businesses complain about our own software. Oracle runs in the background. It doesn't really affect sort of business itself. Our own softwares, they complain a lot about. But we keep on attending to all our softwares, and we keep on updating and upgrading. Hopefully.
But now in the cloud, it's automatic, right?
Yes, it's automatic.
So I think what Akram's referring to is the assets that an IP that they have built, which is under their own proprietary environment, that feeds into the backbone, which is the Oracle Cloud. So and thank God, he said, Oracle works perfectly well for him.
Yeah.
It's the feeders that he has to fix.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, obviously, some software is obviously innovating faster, some parts are not innovating that fast. So cloud is something business will always appreciate.
100%.
Get the data. So now what's the next step? I'm seeing organizations becoming automated.
I'm working with Oracle for many things. It's not just, one is after the proper implementation, we're going to go into mobile systems. After that, I'm looking at the IoT system which they are offering. Everything from all our equipments in the hospitals to even the ECG monitors, everything should be connected through IoT, and I want it to be centrally sort of monitored. So even the patient, even if it's our hospital in India or a hospital here or in in Fujairah, or the patient monitoring is central. So we just call and it's done. That's how I want it to be.
So you've got Russell Khema, you've got Ajman.
We have clinics in all Emirates except for Abu Dhabi, and we have hospitals in 4 Emirates. Yeah.
So how does Oracle actually support IoT in active fashion?
So Internet of Things is a technology platform. So what we allow is your assets, for example, can be tagged. So and then once you've tagged it, And as the name suggests, it's all linked in through the internet. And you bring all of them, so you can tag your assets, you can monitor the health of your assets, you can see where they are and how they're performing, depending on it's just one component of the whole. So that gets attached to your asset management, for example. So you can see how your assets that you've brought in, how are they really living, where's the preventive schedule happening, where's the all those running, and then the health of the assets can be managed. So that's from an assets point of view, and this is very vital for their business because these are specialty equipments that they run, which is the need for the health of the individuals. So yeah.
Fantastic. So next 5 years, where is the business going to be? I mean, IoT is a pretty powerful thing that, especially on the healthcare, if you have got things automated and remotely managed, and patients, feeling that their care is extended outside the hospital also. You see yourself very much more technology integrated.
I'll give you an example of our new hospital. Our new hospital, everything based on hardware we've already installed. So everything from, facial recognition cameras to number plate recognition cameras to pneumatic tubing system to robotic pharmacy. So the robotic pharmacy also, I have a 5-year journey for that. So right now we have an outpatient robotic pharmacy. So I want to make it a drug nest connected to the pneumatic basically to the nurse's station. I'm working right now with another company so that it's not just stops at the nurse's station, it goes to the patient room and gives a single dosage to the patient, and there's a 3D camera with sensors that the patient has taken the medicine. That's what I'm working on. So when the medicine comes into the hospital, bulk loaded, no one touches it until it reaches the patient with a single dose. So you reduce all that manpower from there. And this year actually is, at Thumbay, is the year of optimization. So we are focused on everything based on optimization. So we are trying to sort of make every process more efficient and sort of integrating technology with it.
So automation and optimization, they're two different things.
Yes.
You want to optimize but not necessarily automate extensively right now.
In automate, so we build, you
can only automate when you clean up the process bottleneck.
100%. So we actually created a shared service in India, which is BPO. I'm heading that also. So in that, we've identified all the processes, all the backend is being done there, and now we're moving into RPA, so robotic process automation for that.
How do you actually finally get the ROI? And justify to yourself that, listen, these bits and pieces which we are doing are finally adding up to a much bigger whole?
So are you talking about the BPO?
I'm talking about overall the IoTs and all these, the optimization, automation, everything.
One we calculate through, Oracle itself calculates it for us, through HCM first of all, to see how much manpower we have reduced or optimized, for this. Yeah. The second one is to see how fast a patient actually goes meets a doctor, gets out of the hospital. So that is the main key aspect. Yeah. So there's an app being developed which the app will be integrated to all these, which is the back end will be our HMS system, where when a person enters, their car's number plate is scanned so that his file is already ready, the doctor is ready for him, and then the patient is actually told to come at the time when the doctor is ready for him and no one else is waiting.
Understood. But ROI, you have a good handle on it.
100%.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah.
Rahul, so how do you like to summarize Oracle's next couple of years in terms of application? Anything exciting coming, more of AI, I think?
So it's a journey that continues. We continue to make intensive, investments in certain key areas, leveraging the emerging technologies. AI is already here. So all are embedded. It's embedded in our technology stack all the way up to the applications, and all we're doing is adding more. So as AI is based purely on the patterns and learnings, what we're doing is taking it wider and deeper into the environments, into our technology stack, and making sure. So you've obviously heard of the autonomous database that came in, and how we want to continue improving upon it and leveraging across the entire stack. Yeah.
So autonomous and cloud.
Yeah.
Two combinations.
That's our differentiator. That's what helps our customers. So here we are.
Thank you.